The members of the North Fremont congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses abhor child abuse of any form.
In court, attorneys for the church argued that it's not the responsibility of a religious organization to protect children from sexual abuse by other congregation members.
The Jehovah's Witnesses are not a youth group.
They said the church provides education to parents on the risk of sexual abuse, but they argued that Candace's alleged abuse never took place on church property. And they also questioned whether she was specifically assigned by the elders to go door-to-door preaching, known as field service, with Kendrick.
The elders did their job spiritually, and I think that's all we can ask of these men. Thank you.
The Watchtower denied our request for an interview, but sent us a statement peppered with Bible citations that said victims of child abuse have the right to report to governmental authorities and that the church won't stand in their way, adding that they do not shield abusers from authorities or the consequences of their actions. The jurors sided with Candace.
One step closer. Oh my gosh.
In a landmark verdict in 2012, she was eventually awarded more than $15 million. The Watchtower is appealing the case.
I felt wrong and I felt dirty.
Candace Conti's victory has opened the floodgates.
I just want him to be behind bars where he belongs.
Apparently inspiring around 24 other alleged victims from across the country to file lawsuits accusing church leadership of covering up charges of abuse.
Absolute silence to protect itself from scandal.
But as these alleged victims muster the courage to tell their stories, their alleged abusers, like Jonathan Kendrick, are steering clear of the spotlight.
Okay, this is his street. We're pulling up to his house.
He was absent from the trial, and he denied our repeated requests for an interview. So we went to see him.
Mr. Kendrick, my name is Dan Harris. I'm from ABC News. Can we talk to you about Candace Conti?
My statement is this. I've never been alone with Candace Conti. I never molested Candace Conti.
Do you really think she's just making this up?
What do you mean, think? I just told you.
You never did any field service with her alone?
Never. I've never... Okay, get this right. I've never been alone with Candace Conti. Ever. Never have I been alone with Candace Conti.
Kendrick strongly denies it.
I'm sure that's the smart thing for him to say. But do you expect honesty from a child molester? Really?
When you told church officials about what happened with your stepdaughter, do you think they should have told the rest of the congregation?
That's not... Hey, you know what? It wasn't my call.
I'm calling the police.
Did they tell you to keep it secret?
No, of course not.
Could you please send the police to...
This woman is Kendrick's current wife.
Well, there's newspaper people here trying to get a story.
You may remember that Candace only decided to step forward after learning that Kendrick had abused another child, a crime that landed him in jail for 7 months. That child, Kendrick's third alleged victim, was his wife's 7-year-old granddaughter.
Can we ask you about the case with your granddaughter?
No, you can't.
Why not?
Because it's none of your business. He paid for that crime. ABC News.
Candace is now trying to move on with her life. She graduated from college and recently got engaged. But she says she will continue fighting on behalf of all of the victims of child abuse.
And it's not just me. I don't hold a monopoly on pain. And if we can change that momentum, instead of being victims, we can have our words speak for change, then this pain might be a little bit worth it.
Since Candace's verdict, the church appears to have made some adjustments to its confidentiality policy when it comes to child abuse. But critics, including Candace, say it's not enough. And Jonathan Kendrick? He says he's still a member in good standing of the Jehovah's Witnesses.
You know what?
For Nightline, this is Dan Harris in San Francisco.